she's actually been in this building before, 15 years ago, fighting for what we're fighting for today. So thank you. You planted the seed for this, so yeah, thank you for still doing it.
Right, I have a rapidly remitting MS. I'm Sarah Martin, of course, and I was diagnosed in 2003. In the same appointment, the doctor rather amazingly told me, don't use pharmaceuticals, the side effects will kill you. They're awful, so don't use them until you're absolutely desperate. And I assumed he meant for morphine at the time, for the really back end, worst parts of MS when it gets really bad. 6 months later, no, I walked out of the appointment, carried on working for 6 weeks. That definitely didn't work. So I went home and a friend said, ooh, try cannabis. And I did, and I was amazed. Just smoking it with tobacco was all I knew then, it's all everybody knew back then. It was so effective. And I thought, this is amazing, I've got to tell everybody. So I started to do charity walks and phoning different parts of the media, the TV, newspaper, radio, whatever. Eventually I became so ill doing this. After a couple of years, I did while I was walking, I did walk the route of the Great North Run, a couple of 10Ks down here in London for charity. And then I got too ill, so I thought I'll just stick at home, do some TV. And BBC came and took me, they did an inside out in Birmingham and took me to Amsterdam. So they filmed me wandering around Amsterdam, and at night the producer took me out to a coffee shop for a spliff. This is the world I was living in. It was mad. I did a couple of those shows, a London Inside Out, BBC citizenship programme. It went on, and eventually all this activism made me very ill. My illness, I went downhill so fast. Desperately, repeatedly going back to Amsterdam 5-7 times a year, trying to get medicine, trying to grow my own. Eventually I got so ill I couldn't do anything like that. Planning my own suicide. In 2011, I had a relapse that was so bad. I got qualified. I lost the ability to do any walking or anything like that. I couldn't even watch the TV or listen to music. Everything had to be turned off. I was so ill. I qualified for Sativex, which is supposed to be neuroprotective, and I had to wait till I'd gone so far downhill to qualify for this. But I thought, great, I won't have to think about growing. I'm going to Amsterdam. This was going to help me. They gave me a month's supply. 3 10ml bottles of this very weak medication. It was supposed to last a month, it didn't last me a week. So I go through the process of jumping through hoops, building up a relationship with my doctor. She was the only one in the practice with the license to prescribe it, and she's only there for a day and a half. So I had to coordinate everything with her. Will she support my prescription if I take 3 bottles every week? Yes, she would. Fantastic. Then we needed to jump through another hoop, get other doctors in the surgery to sign the prescription in her absence. And all this took about 2-3 years after getting Sativex. It also contains alcohol, which screws up my digestion. This is currently Schedule 4. If I wang this in a bain-marie and evaporate off the alcohol, it's then Schedule 1. I don't want to do that, but I can't use it. It's there as an emergency only. I make my own oils, and this is just there as an emergency. If I'm travelling on the train or a plane, I need a bit of medication, I'm not worried. But I'm running out of things to say. The Adventures of Sarah. I'm finished.